Okay.
Hello! That was a pretty perfect beginning of a thing where I put on the thumbnail, not tired, and starting with, hello!
Yeah.
Not tired at all!
Didn't.
I took a nap before dinner.
Yep.
I never do that. But it's been a weird week.
I quite often take naps. I didn't today.
Are you tired, Okya? Anybody else exhausted and feeling like they're hanging on by a thread? I'm just gonna move this over here. Because I noticed when I'm recording what I'm editing, it sounds much better being right there than off to the side.
Righto, yes. Of course.
Yes. But what's really important to do is to not touch the desk. Because every time we touch the desk or anything, it makes like these little ka-chunk sounds.
Okay, I'm just trying to get so that my face is not in the chat window.
Oh. Akia said, already trying to make us yawn.
Okay, there we go. Now I should.
So we didn't do a
afterwards.
stream last week because Morton was on the main line.
That's right. Yes. I never gave you that little clip that I shot while I was there.
Oh, yeah.
Which was also I bumped the button so it like cuts out mid sentence. It was bad.
Morton actually got to see Andreas and Sarah.
Yes.
Lucky duck.
Oh, we didn't turn on the
The ring light. Now it's a party. Now we've got 2 people. Is Sarah gonna come too? It's been such a weird week. Like, weird sleep, the weirdness of actually having a video go kind of viral. Like, I guess 10,000 views counts as viral, right?
Yeah.
Kinda. I mean, I know people that are their channels are doing much better than mine, which is not difficult. But like 10,000 is disappointing for them. Like 100,000 is what they're hoping for, or more.
Yeah.
Or like million views status.
You just noticed the kittens.
Yeah, there's a pile of kittens on our bed. But yeah, not sleeping very well. The weirdness but coolness of having a video do well and just like checking it every day and like, oh, another 1,000 views.
Yeah.
And how are you doing?
Tired all the time. But wait, not tired.
Not tired. We're not.
No. But it's been. Yeah, I was up on the mainland last week, and then I had. It was so annoying. I failed an exam earlier this semester by a single point. Like, you needed 10 points out of 20 to pass, and I got 9. So I had to redo that exam at 8 a.m. Saturday morning. So, and then I had Sunday school, did Sunday school on Sunday. So I didn't really get a weekend. But other than that, it's
right.
good.
And a really big weirdness of our life is that we're very used to not sharing a room. Like, normalized, what works for couples is fine. Like, there shouldn't be expectations. But so we've been sleeping in different rooms. But we can't now because of the kittens. The kittens make it no longer possible.
Yes.
They literally gallop around the house from 11:30 in the evening till about sometimes 2 a.m.
Yeah.
And sometimes they like hurl themselves against the door.
Yeah.
It just crashes. So, and I cannot deal with kittens climbing up on me during the night. One of the times when I was almost starting to fall asleep, a kitten was licking my head. That is a weird feeling.
It is weird.
So I've had 2 days this week of not sleeping at all.
Yes, and so now we are actually sharing a bedroom again.
Yeah.
Which...
And I get worried that I'm going to keep him up.
Yeah, which is not a problem for me. Like, yeah, she's been, like, coughing and...
But, like, only at night and only, like, you know, not, like, barking coughs. Just enough to not let me sleep.
Yeah, but so I sleep through all of her issues, and then I snore and wake her up.
Yes, snoring.
Which is the reason why we were not sharing a bedroom in the first place. Well, one
and
of
the kids.
Yes, that and the kids.
You really should. Who was it that said that you should look into? I think it was Akia that was telling me to tell you to look into if it's a health thing that can be fixed.
Yeah.
And all that jazz. Let's see what the comment says.
But plus, like, now we can cuddle.
Yes. Akia's proud and happy for me. It's so cool. I just really hope that people will stick around, you know, that they won't just watch this one video. I hope that people will... That I will also attract some podcast listeners who will also be interested in the video, in listening to the conversations. Like, I know that both kinds of people exist. People who like vlogs and stories and people who like longer form stuff. Aki says it's sad that I can't sleep, probably.
Or
Goodness!
that I didn't really have much of a weekend.
Oh, yes.
Yes.
Well, we're not guaranteed anything in this life. Not rest, not relaxation. Sometimes you just have to make it.
Yeah.
Andrea said, I had a church board meeting. Oh. Aki is telling you to look into it, Morten.
Wait, okay. Oh.
Yeah, sleep apnea.
But someone else popped in here.
Oh, it's Camilla.
Hello.
Yeah, I'm trying to get Yoel to look into his snoring. You can do it together. Yes.
Yes.
They can do some male bonding over their snoring and ruining their wives' lives.
Support group for wives with snoring husbands.
Oh, I'm sure that exists. Our neighbors are across the street are waving at a car leaving, but I'm going to wave back and see if I can support. They waved back.
I mean, we are well lit.
Yeah,
so.
we are well lit. I love it.
Oh, goodness.
I talked to people today. We went and we had a sushi date.
It wasn't just sushi. It was
sushi and shoes.
It was a
Sushi.
Asian buffet. So it was sushi, like some wok stuff. It was good stuff.
I literally wondered if I might throw up. I ate so much.
Yeah.
My stomach felt taut. As taut as it did when I was heavily pregnant.
Yeah, didn't you had you had at least 15 pieces of sushi.
Oh, at least.
And like a plate of like rice and chicken curry.
Yeah. And then I went back and got more sushi. It was so good. Except for that one piece. That one piece was evil.
Oh, yeah.
It was the consistency was like an egg that had been cooked and then refrigerated.
Yeah, it was. I don't do like.
Oh, that was bad.
I don't do white fish on sushi. I've never tried it and have no interest in
that
doing
consistency, man. I was like, there are no napkins anywhere. I might have a tissue in my pocket, and I very carefully spit it into the tissue. And it was better. My mouth was not revolting against me.
Yes.
I was like, I really don't want to choke this down.
We can never let the children hear about this.
They
After all the times
know.
that we have told the children that you can eat, that you should swallow things even if you don't like them.
Yeah, but this is different. There's got to be some get out of jail free cards here. They will just suddenly they don't like meatballs anymore, you know? Like,
Mm.
it's not gross. It's something you have eaten before.
Yeah.
But I was thinking about that the other day, about how my YouTube channel is like a legacy for our kids. Like, when I'm gone, they can go back and visit this
And be so embarrassed.
Be so embarrassed by this iteration of me from all those years ago.
Yeah.
It's like, so much history is saved for them.
Yeah.
So many happy memories. Like, I wonder if they will ever like say, I'm gonna watch every single one of Mom's videos.
Yeah.
Or if they miss us and then watch these live streams and just feel like they're spending time with us back in time.
Yeah.
It's kind of stinking cool, huh?
It is. It really is.
Yeah. It was, oh, okay. It was the after dinner dip. That's a real thing. Andreas also had sushi tonight. Yeah. Aki is saying just because if you swallow it, it's gone faster, but I couldn't even finish chewing it. Like, it was like impossible to actually chew through and be done with.
Yeah.
It was gummy.
I don't know what fish that was, but yeah. Yeah.
It was bad.
White fish is not great on sushi. Salmon, tuna is okay.
I like the
And like shellfish.
I really like the kind with the eggs on it. The little little purpley eggs.
Oh, like okay. Which is, I suppose, technically a kind of caviar
I guess.
sort of thing.
Oh man, we got spoiled when we were traveling around because, like, schools would give us, they say, like, okay, go out to eat wherever you want, just give us the receipt, so we could just get what we wanted. Like, we didn't have to, like, oh, we'll just get the dollar menu, you know? They have a budget for it, so
Yeah.
we took advantage of it, because why the heck not? So we ate good food sometimes. I mean, often we did have to do dollar menu.
Yeah, when we had to pay for our own food,
yes,
we got the cheapest possible.
Skin of our teeth food, but sometimes we lived it up.
Yeah, I think it's interesting that God didn't make us to eat mountains of food for a few days and then go months or years without eating. Like, he could have, but his wisdom determined that wasn't best. Yeah, I mean, that's like how large snakes work. Like, they eat... Like, they hunt, like, once every few weeks or months.
Yeah, I've been here. Challenge accepted. Nice to see you.
They have a great sushi place nearby. That's cool.
Nice. Yes, Andreas said way back up there in the chat, it's really cold up here. It's quite cold here too.
So that was the other reason why we went out. Like, we went out for lunch and then we went boots shopping. Because neither of us had winter boots.
It was the first time I've gotten new shoes in, I think, since those zip-up shoes that you got me when I was going to SFE. I think that's the last time I got new shoes. So that was 3 years ago.
Because other than that, like, most of the stuff we get is secondhand.
Yeah. But I decided today I was not going to make a fuss about, that's too expensive. Because, like, stuff costs what it costs. I have to get over it, and I have to just accept that I'm worth it. I'm worth this much money for shoes. Blah, blah, blah.
Yeah. And then...
Fortune also
and then you found a pair, like...
That was like 30
not
bucks.
Not too expensive boots. Yeah.
And Morton got
And I found some really cheap ones.
Yeah! But they will look like they will be warm, too.
Yes.
And Morton was like, hey, didn't you want to get a bra? Because I've been wearing the same sports bras for 5 years.
Like, we bought a couple, like...
cheapy ones that just kind of suck.
But this one, so this one was like the first decent one that we've gotten for a while.
He's such a good guy to take care of me and just remembered, like, I said that I needed something one time or whatever, and he's like, oh yeah, that. You should get that for yourself.
I am a bit of a, gift giving is one of my love languages for sure.
Do you like to give gifts? I get the feeling from the people here leaving comments that you just seem to me to be super generous kind of people. But But that's the kind of community that we are. Is
Yes.
generous, loving, awesome people. Like, I got so many wonderful comments on my viral video of just really kind people that are on the same wavelength. It'd be really cool if sometimes some of them could come and join us here. Whoa. Negative 18 degrees.
Which you actually here quickly translates to close to 0 Fahrenheit.
Ha 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 ha. Thanks for the translation. Exothermal animals. Oh, let's back up about that.
Eating,
About
eating rarely.
But I like to eat a lot of food. Ja, ich bin hier. Oh. I like to.
Yes. But it is sort of like, yeah, imagine if you could just eat an entire sheep and then be done with eating for a month.
No, that's boring. That's the beauty of an all-you-can-eat red buffet is that it's interesting flavors, especially Asian buffet, not like boring white people food, where it's like, ooh, another potato. Why don't I have that with some brown gravy? But no, Flavor Town.
There's some interesting stuff that can be done with potatoes.
Yeah, but it's better. Asian food is better. Why couldn't you be Asian? This got weird. Andrea says, Morten, you must take it to Englund score.
Perhaps someday I will.
Yeah, Akya says, I'm in favor of good quality broth because comfort for the chest is important.
Yes.
Yes. When I put on a new one, I was made aware of how absolute crap the one that I'd been wearing for literally 5 years. It's not an exaggeration. We got them at a place.
Well, actually, this one is not. It's the yellow and purple ones that you had that we bought 5 years ago. So I think that one's
maybe 3 years old.
perhaps.
But when I felt the difference between the two, I was like, wow, this one doesn't do anything at all. This is just, the elastic is totally ruined. Stinking bodies, what are they good for?
Aoki also says that she likes giving gifts, but let's face it, she also likes getting
gifts is really nice.
It's, yes.
Yeah, I like it too. Oh, man.
I mean, I do like getting gifts, but I think I almost like giving them more.
Oh, I know you do. You love giving gifts, man. You're such a generous person. I also decided this year that I'm not going to stress about gifts because there's been years where I just felt so bad that I just couldn't think of something that was just perfect or didn't have the money to give something that was just perfect.
Thank you, Yashbin here. I like Morten the way he is. The time zone for these streams would be less convenient if you lived in an Asian country.
Okay, good job not being Asian.
But I mean, I could have been Asian living in Europe.
It's true. Okay, you be a princess. You're allowed. You are a princess. All girls. I was kidding.
All girls who want to are princesses.
I have princess moments and I have androgynous decades and
you can be the princess, you can be the knight, you can be the dragon, you know.
It feels like you were like going into like a freestyle poem there. You can be a princess.
That was actually like this thing that I saw on the internet where people were talking like, you know, like okay, best D&D character concept, like dragonborn noble paladin. She can be the dragon, the princess, or the knight, as the situation demands.
Now we're going into the geeky content.
And then someone was like, okay, through a strange set of misunderstandings, she gets hired to rescue herself from herself.
Okay. The reason I keep leaning over like this is because I really don't want, every time I shift the microphone, it's very loud, and I don't want to shift it, so I just have to...
I think we can move where the chat window is.
Ew.
we can pop that out.
Nice! Now we don't have to lean all awkwardly.
Now we can't see ourselves. Wait, can we do...
Perfect.
There, can you... Oh,
Whoa.
Up. I full screened the chat. That is unnecessary. There. Now you can see the preview and the chat.
Okya says, there's a restaurant here that has mostly European cuisine, but in a tapas. Oh, tapas style. Oh, we had tapas for an anniversary.
It's been so long since we had tapas.
Yeah, this was our first date in, I think, 5 months? 6 months?
Since the last time we ate at that same place.
Yeah. Multiple rounds in an evening. Yeah, baby. And Andres loves spoiling his missus. That's so cute. And Aki says if we ever visit, she's gonna take me. And boys who want to are also princesses. Absolutely.
We have...
Maya Ruby! Hello!
And
Nice
Sarah
to see
here.
you. Hey, Sarah! Favorite books. Oh my goodness.
Ooh.
I freaking love Neil Gaiman. I've
Neil
just
Gaiman
been
is
reading.
good.
I've been reading a lot of Neil Gaiman lately.
Yeah, Neil Gaiman.
So it's like harder to talk about favorite books. Favorite authors is easier to talk about. Ray Bradbury is very special.
Ooh, Aoki's playing D&D.
Oh, Fairy Warlock.
That is her pitch. Like, oh, that is such a cool character dynamic. I like it. I like it a lot.
Morton, you love the character development as much as the game itself.
Yeah, I have so many character concepts. I am currently playing a kobold paladin / warlock. The warlock thing was unintended. He grabbed a cursed weapon and then ended up making a pact with the demon lord who cursed the weapon in the first place. It's complicated.
There. But favorite books?
I mean, yeah, Neil Gaiman, like
it's like with TV shows or movies, I don't really watch stuff again and again or read stuff again and again. Like, I'm just kind of getting back into actually enjoying reading. Well, allowing myself to enjoy reading.
Yeah.
So, I'm currently reading this book over here, The Magicians. It's super cool. You can see.
So here are Katie's current recommendations.
I just finished this. It's a second short story compilation from Neil Gaiman, and this is a really cool one. You can see where it's pulled from different worlds of Harry Potter and Narnia and things like that. But it really is its own self-realized thing. And I had a lady that I met at just a couple of moms getting to know each other, English-speaking moms on this island. She came over to our house, and I played with their kids, and she's got a 3-year-old and a 1-year-old, and they're so stinking cute. And she likes fantasy books too. Camilla, I think you would really like her.
Camilla just wanted to try D&D.
Morton, should meet you and me and Camilla, and you'll do a campaign?
I mean,
do you want to be our dungeon master?
We can start with a one shot. We could just do a simple one shot, like one and done game, and then see how people feel.
Should I bring back Helga, or should I make a new character?
I think you should make a new character.
Okay.
because if they've never played before, it would probably be best to start at level 1.
Okay, right.
And Helga was like level 4 when we finished. When we stopped playing.
Sarah asks if that's the one that's been made into a TV program. Which one? Has this been made into a TV show?
I mean,
I suppose it's possible.
Yes, it's quite possible.
The most.
If so, we haven't watched it.
I'm gonna see how old it is to see if it is possible.
2009.
Oh yeah, that could very well be a show. But the most recent Neil Gaiman made into a TV show thing that we've loved was Good Omens. Such a good show. Oh, so fun. Camilla says, Aki says if it's online, can I join too? That would be fun. Morton's getting ideas now. Look at that sparkle in his eye.
I mean, yeah, we could.
Could we do it like half real life, half internet?
Well, I think.
Or should we stream D&D?
Well, it's not like we shouldn't do streaming stuff before.
Why not? We could Twitch D&D.
Yes. Let's take a couple moments.
So game night or game day, depending on what we're capable of doing. But yes, we should totally do this. Akia loves Terry Pratchett too. Oh man, I want to read. I'm working through Neil Gaiman right. I don't know if the library has as much Terry Pratchett. I'm a bit more limited in my English options. But I have a few shelves to work through at the library. Well, one big shelf to work through English books. We have a couple Terry Pratchett's over there.
Yeah, but most of my Pratchett's are in Swedish.
Yeah, you jerk.
Because I bought them, like I got them when I was like 14, 15. You're a bit older.
I do not accept excuses.
I have read.
Swine.
Well, I was also like, I at that point, I didn't have like good easy access to buy books in English. I was in like I was in a fantasy book club, so I got like could order fantasy books. But that was mail order. This was before everything was through the internet. It was like
the olden days when everything was in black and white and horses pulled farm equipment. So
we would just get like a little brochure sent to us every month with like a little booklet with like these are so this is the book of the month that we are offering, and then here are other new releases that you can buy, and then there was a little answer card you filled in and sent back telling them what books you wanted. Good stuff.
Okia says it's a good reason to learn Swedish, but I prefer to read books in the language they came out in, so I'm sure there's some really good Swedish fantasy books that would be a good reason for me to push my Swedish to read those, or?
I'm sure there are some. There's not tons. I mean, okay, like I suppose technically like the two most well-known Swedish fantasy books are the ones that Astrid Lindgren wrote. Hjärta, which you did read.
I did, and it broke me into a million pieces. And
so you should read Mio min Mio
in Swedish.
Yes,
but then Astrid Lindgren is old-timey Swedish, so it's confusing.
Yeah.
Like I remember when I was translating another Swedish book from her, and you were like, "Oh, that's archaic. We people don't talk like that anymore." That's why it's confusing.
Yeah.
Sarah says, if you're interested in D&D games, I mean, like, we're interested and we like enjoy hearing people talk about it, but we don't like have the budget to buy new games either.
Well, I mean, there are ways to get a hold of those. Like especially with like role playing games, you can get PDFs of rule books, and then like you use basically the same dice for almost everything, except like there's some really cool role playing games that don't use dice, but most of those you can only play in person. Like I would love to play Dread, which is weird because I'm not usually a horror person, but Dread is an amazing horror role playing game where instead of rolling dice, whenever there is a dangerous situation or like a situation that could go wrong for the characters, for a character, the player has to pull from a Jenga tower, and which creates this amazing like like rising tension because the farther you get into the game, the more difficult it is to make the pull without toppling the tower. And so as the narrative tension increases in the game, so does the physical tension of having to pull from the tower. And so it's like it's an amazing feedback loop. And if you topple the tower, something terrible happens to your character. Usually it means you're out of the game. And it's usually like Dread is usually played like single session. It's like because you're not expecting the characters to survive. And it's so cool.
What if you combined the Jenga thing with what's the game where it's literally so chaotic? Everybody's got their things that they want to have happen.
A Fiasco?
Fiasco. Because Fiasco isn't stressful enough.
Yeah, and Fiasco is, entirely narrative. Like, there is no...
There's no dice, is there?
There are dice, but the dice are only used in, like, setting things up. The actual events that happen are purely narrative. It's you have some degree of control, but you always share that control with the other players, and that's Honey Heist. Sorry, yes. I just saw the star. I mentioned Honey Heist.
Heist. You're getting so excited. You're getting a little loud.
Sorry. Honey Heist. I know of Honey Heist because they played it as like as an in between things when they're like on Critical Role. Like they've played it a couple times when they weren't doing the regular game for some reason. Mm-hmm. And it's so simple and so ridiculous and looks like so much fun. It's because you play as a group of bears trying to steal a bunch of criminal bears trying to steal a lot of honey. So you have two stats.
That's so cute.
You have two stats that you roll for. You have your bear stat and your criminal stat. So it's like if you're doing things that bears do, you roll your bear stat. If you're doing crime, you roll your crime stat, criminal stat, and that's it. That's the entirety of the game, pretty much.
Can I tell you how my life is? Wait, yes. Hold on. My life is we're editing videos, being with kids, and Morton telling me about the videos that he's watching and the storylines that are happening between them. This is my life.
Oh, 10 Candles. Oh, I never finished watching. I started watching, like, around Halloween. 10 Candles is another...
16 Candles.
Yeah, 10 Candles is, like, another sort of horror role-playing game that is also, like, as in Dread. In Dread, you more or less expect your characters to die. In 10 Candles, it's guaranteed. Because 10 Candles is like the basic premise of 10 Candles is the apocalypse is happening. Like you start playing during or immediately after the apocalyptic event, and you're just trying to survive for as long as possible, but it is with the expectation that the world is ending, and you're not going to get out of there. If there is a Warehouse 13 RPG, I don't know. I don't think so.
Morton could make one up.
Well, I mean, we did sort of like...
Because he's got a brain.
We did talk once about, like, trying to we once tried to run with a colleague when we were in Covenant Players, a sort of a Warehouse 13 style game. We never actually got around to playing it properly. But we could use, because there are so many role playing systems that are like very adaptable. Like, so I would to do like a Warehouse 13 type thing, I would just use Fate. Fate Core is The basic rule book for Fate Core is free as a PDF, and it's like a very simple game system that you can play any genre, anything, and it's highly narrative. And it looks like a lot of fun. But yes, I started saying about 10 Candles. I started watching Geek and Sundry did this amazing show that was 10 Candles Eclipse, and it was like they did 10 different sessions, but with like they got 40 different players into it, but it was like just 4 people in each session, because each session ended with those characters dying, or like with those characters dead, and then in the next episode you meet a new cast of 4 characters living through the same apocalypse somewhere else in the world, and like a day or 2 later, nothing. So the overall narrative of the end of the world kept moving along with each episode, but the story for each group ended at the end of their episode, and it was so well done. It just gets a bit hard to watch because it's so much tension and so much sorrow. So I couldn't get through the whole show. I might pick it up again at some point.
I can go years without you crying, and then like 3 times in a month, like starting to get tears in your eyes, talking to me about a story.
Yeah. Yeah.
Ooh, Akia's crocheting right now.
Cool.
That's cool. Crocheting and chatting.
Yeah.
This is the life. I'm playing with my kids' pluses.
I'm just gonna.
Yes, game night must happen.
Fire.
Yeah, Sarah wants to come up with a Warehouse 13 one-shot. For those of you that don't know Warehouse 13, it's a really fun show. It's like, if you're familiar with Indiana Jones, there's a big old warehouse that they put the Ark of the Covenant in. And this is like that warehouse. But it's not just an Ark of the Covenant. It's like anything that has become imbued with magical powers through the history that it's lived through. And some of it is just silly, and some of it is deadly, and the people who work there, their job is to neutralize these objects. These artifacts. That's the word they use in the show, right? Artifacts?
Yes.
It's been a minute since I watched it.
Mm-hmm.
These are called a plus, because they're like a plus and a plus.
Yes.
Plus. They're very fun. It's a sword!
So apparently Aoki has played Fate Core. Cool.
Nice.
Yeah, I've never actually played it, but like I've seen some like a game or 2 of it online, and I read through the rules. There are so many cool game systems. Like I would love to play. There was another thing, like a mini campaign that Critical Role did. They called it Undeadwood, but it was, I can't remember what the name of the system was now. I think the big system is it's called something like Savage Worlds, and then that one is, but it's anyway, it's like this sort of like dark fantasy, like sort of horror like Wild West, where it's basically like the basic premise is that like some point in like the like in the late 1700s or early 1800s, or some point in the 1800s, these like Native American mystics basically got got tired of the colonizers destroying their land and like basically cursed the entire continent, and so now there's all of this weird dark magic and such happening all across America, and but then certain people like also get like have magic powers awakened in them, and they're trying to fight back. And yeah, it's a really cool concept. And
when I was talking to Annie, the lady I mentioned, she had a big old Harry Potter shirt. She's like, we were talking about that, how it's like life is so like overwhelming sometimes. You just want to dream that magic can be real. Like, it's so fun to escape to those worlds, to those story worlds, and just live in a different reality.
yeah.
And like in the role playing games, being a different person.
Yeah.
Like, what kind of character would be so different for me that would be a lot of fun for me to play?
Oh, I don't know. I'm like, it's also interesting that I most of the characters that I have played have had like I don't play like straight supports very often, but I almost like of the 5 different D&D characters that I've played so far, 4 of them have had at least some sort of access to healing magic, things like that.
Right, because it's so good to be needed. It's so great to be a part of the team and people are like, yeah, you're gonna save the day.
But that's like, healing is like often like underappreciated. So many people don't want to heal. You want to be the one who does the damage, and that is
the
fun.
Last shot.
Yeah.
Everybody wants to be the quarterback. No one wants to be the defensive line.
Yeah, and it's like, but I'm like, but it was this thing I saw somewhere.
That's all I know about football.
This thing I saw on the internet that I related to so hard is like, what if you can be anything you want? Why do you keep playing healers? Like, because being able to help everyone is my power fantasy.
Today, everyone lives, Rose.
Yes.
Everyone lives.
But then, but then, like, my current character started out that way, but as I said, he's been corrupted by a curse and this, that, and the other. So he's...
Like they do.
I'm hoping to get a redemption arc at some point. If he survives that long, he might not. He's currently like unconscious and tied up by these by enemies. And if they took his cursed dagger away from him, I'm not quite sure. I haven't decided yet how he will react if they've taken the dagger. Because that could really mess him up.
There's links to it.
Yeah.
So let's read some comments. We're making Camilla miss her old self. Before kids, my life was working and gaming. We can still fit the things that we love in between kids.
Yes.
We can make it happen, Camilla. We can have fun and use our imaginations and have a break from the boring dishes and runny noses. And
we should have have a sleepover and get all the kids to sleep, and then we just stay up and play games all night. Not all night. But
yeah, but a while.
Yes.
Magic is real. It's called quantum mechanics. Yeah. Oh, Sarah says.
Sorry.
Did it couldn't climb up your leg?
Just jumped up, put its claws in my foot.
You silly boy. You silly little prince. Sarah says, random question. We know there are 13 warehouses, and we know where the 1st, 2nd, 8th, 12th, and 13th are, but where are the rest? Yes, you said she was a super fan. You weren't kidding.
Yes.
I'm going to go with Nebraska.
Yeah.
Next question. Akia says, healers are the best. You had better befriend them if you want your char to live.
The character.
Sorry. Durr. Oh, sounds like Clara wants to give the baby some milk.
Yes.
I wonder, can you guys hear that meowing? Akia says, I used to only play healers, so I'm expanding what I'm playing. My first 4 characters were all clerics, shamans, or at least healer support.
Yeah. I'm like, I like to play, like, I like to play healers that can still get up and fight. Like, I played one character that I really enjoyed was Way of Mercy Monk. So he's a martial artist, but he can also do punches that heal people.
Punches that heal?
Well, basically, you can replace some of your attacks with like a healing touch.
Oh, okay.
Which you can like because it's the whole thing that they're linked to like chi or ki life energy type things. So it's basically like so you punch that guy and interrupt the energy flow through his body, but then you punch your ally, but it's you hit a nerve that like adjusts them and makes them feel better instead of a nerve that knocks them out.
Chiropractic.
Yeah, pretty much.
That's fun.
Yeah. That was a fun character to play.
They could hear the meowing.
Yes.
I decided to do some gluing.
Gluing.
Don't you think that butterfly looks cute there?
Tis.
Oh, dang it. What's really cool is this is my junk journal, and when I was showing it to the lady that was like a coach for me for a few weeks, or I don't remember how long, she was like seeing all these deep symbolism things in there, and I love it. I love how people can look at my art and like see a whole story, or like read me practically. Yeah, Benir said, I've never thought of a punch as a healing touch that hits a nerve before.
I mean, that's at least. You can reflavor things a bit, but in that case, that was basically.
Yeah. Oh! Sarah said there's been a trend of receiving important / upsetting letters on a Tuesday. What is that?
Oh! I'm sorry.
Did somebody get some bad news?
She had like when I visited them last Tuesday. She got a letter that was like just. I shouldn't go into details.
Oh right, it's your story, but
yes.
It was bad news.
Yeah.
I'm so sorry. Andrea said, I'm not into role playing. I didn't Morton, when I did a 2-person campaign thing, he was really desperate to get me involved because he didn't have anyone else to share it with. But then he found other people and he ditched me, so.
Well, that wasn't what happened. We just we got busy with other stuff and didn't have the energy to do it. And then I did find other people to play with.
Yeah. He bought me dice,
Yes.
So I have dice somewhere.
Do you even know? Yeah. Do you know where they are?
Nope. I don't. It has deer. Role playing has deer.
No. I think he's talking to his wife. She said the trend of receiving important upsetting letters on Tuesday has continued. It has deer.
Oh.
That would be good. They have sorted it.
Good. Well.
Yes.
Oh, they had 2 letters for Migrationsverket today.
Oh. That could be good, could be bad.
Good, could be bad. Yes.
Maybe one bad, one good.
I'm like my words, language. The tiredness is kind of starting to hit me again. Like, I can feel it rolling down my face, making my body blur.
Flames on the side of my face.
Heaving breaths. Akia says Morton would be jealous of my dice stash.
Yeah.
I've made an internet friend. He's a pretty stinking cool guy, and he's got thousands of dollars worth of dice.
Oh yeah. So okay, are you a dice goblin? Shiny math rock, go click clack.
Sarah says they want more paperwork, don't they always? Stinking bureaucracy, you can't escape it. But it could be worse. You could be in France. I hear France is like one of the worst when it comes to bureaucracy.
Like, yeah, because, like, I don't think they necessarily have more bureaucracy than Sweden or Germany.
But it's in the French language.
Well, that and also like Swedish and German bureaucracy is well organized and comparatively efficient. But the French, like organizational efficiency is not as high of a priority in French culture historically as it has been in Swedish and German culture.
But I feel like in so many of these cultures in that we're in, it's like it works well if you fit within this box, but if you have any health issues or mental or physical or otherwise, then they just don't know what to do with you, and you can get shuffled around for a while.
Yeah.
Which side is better?
Frogs.
Which side is better? Frogs or
Baby bird? Okay.
Baby
There's
bird.
a baby bird. Baby burb.
Baby bird or
But the frogs are very...
baby frogs?
I mean, if you had asked me tomorrow, I would definitely have said frogs. Because tomorrow it is Wednesday, my dude.
There is a kitten on the desk. Let's see if it will... Oh, this way, kitten. People want to see you because you're growing so fast and you're so cute and you're precious.
Do you know which one that is?
Wait.
We did come up with names for all of them, but we...
Maybe this is Carlson? Or no. Maybe this is Cleopatra.
Yeah, I was thinking because of the eyeliner.
Well, they all kind of have eyeliner.
Yeah, I suppose they do.
You precious little baby. You precious little baby. Aww.
Yep. Here, Klaus wants to come up again. Oh, at least this time he chose to climb the jeans instead of my sock. Because...
I'm hearing frogs.
Yes.
As frogs has 2 votes, babies have none. Baby chicken, whatever heck it was.
They are growing fast indeed. Yeah, we'll see how much longer they will stay here.
Yeah.
They might be good.
I was thinking, like, it would be so great to keep Clara and one of the kittens. But then I was thinking maybe it wouldn't be fair to keep one of the kittens because they love cuddling and being with each other.
Yeah.
And Clara doesn't always like to cuddle with them, you know. Sometimes she just wants to be alone. She gets touched out. So maybe we shouldn't keep a kitten since it would be better for them to have a friend.
Yeah, but remember too that the ones that we don't keep, they're not gonna be together.
That's true.
Most likely.
Oh, but they need a friend. Oh, poor babies. I heard in Germany it's illegal to have a cat by itself because, or maybe it's a specific Bundesland or something that they're because they're so social, they need to have a buddy. Breaking my heart.
Oh, he's looking at my face.
I need to take a picture of this. This is the cutest thing I've ever seen in my entire life.
Yeah. Oh, he's stuck.
Oh, come on, Klaus. It's a very salty head. Lick it. Lick the head, Klaus.
Oh, I was licking my hand instead.
Dang it. I never get the right moments.
But did you get You know him licking my thumb?
Those are really cute pictures. Oh my gosh. I can't even stand it.
Wow, very photogenic.
He's a very photogenic boy. Look at this picture.
So what did Yasmin here say?
Oh yeah. This is random, but my mom gave me an advent calendar full of sweets this year. I normally don't do advent calendars, but this year it's been extra cool, since many of my new German friends have them. Yes. Congratulations on getting an advent calendar. They're very nice to have. I like chocolate. Morton got us advent calendars, but we can't keep forgetting to get them out of his dang office, so
because I got them for the whole family, but then I wasn't, but then 1st of December was like on the day I got back from my trip. So when I got back, my mom had visited and she had bought advent calendars for just the kids. And so then I was like, okay, so then there was no point in bringing out the ones that I had bought for the kids because they don't need doubles.
That means I have 14 pieces of candy to catch up on.
Yeah.
This has been a day of indulgence. I have no regrets.
I mean, I remember at some point in my childhood, like someone I knew, just like in the middle of December, going to a store, buying a leftover advent calendar for super cheap because it was like because it was like the 12th already or whatever, and then just eating all of it.
Scandalous.
In the day. Yeah.
Scandals. I will miss this. I will miss having a kitten to climb up on my lap and cuddle. Yeah. I think we should just always get a pregnant kitty from the shelter and always have kittens forever until we die. Amen.
I mean, yes, but there won't always be pregnant cats at the shelter. Well, with the whole, one of the big things that they do at the shelter is trying to get people's cats neutered.
Yeah,
things.
But any time that they needed a pregnant mama to have a place to stay, we can be the kitten place.
Yes.
Kitten Central.
Although, like, one advantage of not having cats in the house anymore is that my mom could visit more easily.
Right, yeah, it sucks for the people that are allergic. But it sucks to suck. Most kittens go to one cat home when adopted.
Mm-hmm.
What's a bad character?
I guess the person eating the entire...
Oh, yes. Bad! We judge you. 24 pieces of sweets is a lot to eat at once. Challenge accepted. Oh, you're so sweet. You're so sweet and soft. I love you so much. Let's never fight again. Yes.
We've been going for almost an hour.
Oh my, am I?
Indeed.
Well, Akia says, I'm sure they're very glad to have a foster family to place pregnant cats. Yeah. We can handle it.
Yeah.
We did it once, we can do it again. They're so good with kids, and like I was really impressed by how good they were with the 3-year-old and the 1-year-old when they came over.
Yeah.
They were really calm and just dealt with it.
Are you falling asleep on my arm?
Oh.
Half of my leg, half of my arm.
Sometimes I'm working here at this desk, and like 4 of them will be asleep in my lap. And while I'm not that skinny of a person, it's still not quite comfortable for they're like 2 kilos now, right? I think they're coming up on 2 kilos. All on my lap. It can get a little bit uncomfortable. Look, Morton. Look.
Oh, the stretch.
I wonder if that showed up on the camera. I hope you see that. You're the best kitten. You're the best kitten in my entire lap.
Right,
Arms.
I have another exam on Friday.
I guess you should probably say goodbye.
You'll have to walk with the kids to preschool on Friday. Or keep them home with you all day.
I think I might just do that. I think I would rather stay home with them than walk in the snow.
Yeah.
I mean, it's bad enough to walk when it's fine weather. They're so dramatic. It's like they have me for a mom or something.
But hey, but remember now, we got you those.
I have nice boots.
Boots and long johns.
Well, we'll see.
Yes.
I'll see how I feel then. Aki says, my boyfriend's family all has cats, and I can never visit. Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, that does stink. And Camilla says, I love cats, and I love my Bowser so much, but I'm so done with having pets. You just have to enjoy other people's pets.
Yeah.
Like says, but think of all the memories from walking in the snow. I mean, I prefer to make memories like in the backyard where it's very easy to come in and get warm again. The kids do like the snow.
That's part of the issue.
Yes, then it takes 5 billion years.
They get very easily distracted by the snow.
Look, Morton. Oh. And also just like whining about being there and I've here said we used to walk uphill through the snow to school both ways. Didn't we all?
Yes.
Didn't we all? I think that's so funny that Andre said I had to wear long johns today for my walk to work. That's so funny that they're called long johns. Okay, shall we say adieu? Au revoir. Guten Tag. Auf
Guten Nacht.
Guten Nacht. I knew it was Guten Nacht. Auf Wiedersehen.
How long is the walk?
About 5 miles.
No.
100 million miles.
It takes
an hour to walk there and back home.
Okay. But that's including the drop. Because I think when the weather was nice, you did it in 20 minutes. But
not both ways.
No, one way.
Okay.
1 way, 20 minutes.
So I guess between 40 minutes and an hour, including the time to.
Yeah. Right. Yes. When you're walking back by yourself, it takes 20 minutes.
Ish. 20, 30. It's too deep for her tiny legs. Oh. Poor Emma. Oh, she does have tiny legs.
Yeah, and the snow got so deep so quickly. Like, it was non-stop snow, an entire, almost 2 days. And it's just so deep.
That just makes me so sad thinking of a little kid trying to get through that.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
The joys of being the wrong size for the world around you.
Okay. Well,
thanks so much for being here, friends. I'm
yes.
so glad we could hang out. It's so great to do this and for us to have an excuse to spend an hour together. Since we don't always, except in front of a TV screen or computer screen. We don't own a TV.
We own a TV, but it's not plugged into anything.
Right.
So.
But we got a TV today.
Oh yeah, that's a really clever thing.
It's a magnifier. You put the phone back here, and then it's bigger.
Because we've only been using a phone for the girls to watch cartoons on. It's such a little screen. Now they can keep using that little screen, but they can actually see it a bit bigger.
Yeah.
Yes. Okay. Well, thank you all for being here. Good night.